get the shares going. What's going on? What's going on? Whew, boy, if you saw the way I had to rig this garage to get set up, because I haven't crafted with resin in a while. But I got some dominoes to make. So I got my molds right here. I'm gonna make some dominoes today. And I needed to get set up in a space that was safe so that the fumes were not all in the house. So I'm in the garage right now with the garage door open so that I'm not filling my home with fumes. So for those of you who are interested in crafting with resin, you've never crafted with resin before, please note, resin, it's so fun to work with. It is so much fun to work with. However, I need you to make sure that you are safe. I need you to make sure you have proper ventilation. If you are indoors, make sure your windows is open. Make sure you open up those windows and you are not crafting in a space that is not well ventilated. You will hurt yourself and everybody else in the house with you. So please make sure that you have things together. All right. So I've got my clear cast epoxy that I'm going to be working with. One of the things that makes life easy for me is I typically would have like a scale where I would measure, but somehow in the midst of the moving and things, my scale broke. I don't know, but it broke. So we have these cups right here. If you can see all the measurements and things that are necessary, it's right on the cup. So I can see and I can measure out what needs to be measured, and baby bam, it's easy work. Okay, hey, welcome in. We are getting ready to make some custom resin dominoes. All right, I got an order to fulfill. Some of the supplies that I utilize, my heat gun. I need my heat gun because I need to be able to pop them bubbles. And oh man, I left my alcohol in the house. Darn it, I left my alcohol in the house. I knew there was one more thing I was forgetting. I need to go get my alcohol so that I can spray these bad boys and make sure that they are bubble free, because what we don't want is bubbles in our resin. Hey, I don't know how to say that. Hello. You don't want resin to have bubbles in it, so using that 99% isopropyl rubbing alcohol, give it a quick little mist, and it pops your bubbles. So again, we have our molds. Bam, molds right here. I have my mica powder. Okay, so one of the other things I have right here is this dryer. This dryer allows me to not have to wait 24 hours to knock these dominoes out, okay? Because I ain't got time for that, okay? These dominoes need to be finished today. So I tend to have a little, if I'm doing double layers, this is how I work this out. So I will have this tray. I'm gonna lay my dominoes right here. And then just in case, because I'm probably gonna mix more resin than I need, because I am that person who I'd be a little heavy handed with the pouring of the resin. So I'll have my dominoes on here like so. Bam, see that? Dominoes are gonna be in here. Then if I mix more resin than I need, which I probably will, I'm probably gonna go upstairs and grab some coaster molds real quick. And then I will have this sitting up here like that. And then I can take this and stick it in the dryer. Using those trays gives me the flexibility to pick molds up and move them around without worrying about them spilling over, because once you have your resin inside the mold, you don't want it to spill out and make a mess everywhere. Like that's crazy. So that's what that's what I do. I don't know what other people do, but these are some of the tricks that I have figured out work for me that allow me to maneuver and move around and show y'all things. So these are the mica powders that I am using. These are my mica powders that I have that I'm going to utilize. So I'm upset because I cannot find my silver powder and it's driving me crazy. So I'm trying to figure out the next best thing to do because these are some cowboy fans. So I need to make like a blue color. And so I was trying to go for like the silver and then have like blue and white dots. But yeah, I cannot seem to find the dots that I'm looking for. Thank you, the real Pippi Bailey. So I'm trying to find the right color. I think I'm gonna go with this cobalt blue, even though I feel like it might not be blue enough. Yeah, I'm not a Cowboys fan, y'all, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think I need it to be just slightly darker than this, I think, is the color that I need. So maybe what I'm gonna do, because I've been looking and I cannot seem to find the right shade, like, of powder. And it's driving me crazy, y'all. It's driving me crazy. Because I got the gold, I got the bronze, I got all the things, and not the silver. Like, the silver would have set it off, and it would have been perfect. But of course, because it's the one that I want, I cannot find it. So we just gonna have to go with this blue and make it work, okay? And I'm probably gonna grab something else from in the house before we fully get started, but this is the epoxy that I'm using right here. So yeah, this is the epoxy I'm using. It's really easy to use. This is the epoxy that I utilize. I have used it time and time again. When I first started crafting, one of the things that messed me up was I would take the two parts, because it's a part A and a part B. I would pour out part A and then I would pour out part B into a separate cup and then try and bring them together. And let me tell you, that is the worst thing you can do, because your resin will not come out correctly. It won't. I promise you, don't do that. Pour them into the same cup. That's why you see here, I have 1 cup out here, because I'm going to use these numbers to help me measure out exactly what I need. So that is what we're gonna do this time. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing with these, with this color, but I think this is the closest thing I can find for that blue. So I am going to be right back. I need to run in the house. I need to grab my spray bottle. I need to grab a couple extra resin molds just in case. And then I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. Yeah, put this over here for now. Got my things where I need them. Stick that there. And you need one of these. I just, for talking purposes, I haven't put it on yet, and all the things, but please make sure you're in a well ventilated space, and all the things. Because what you don't want is to be breathing in fumes. Fumes is not what you want to be taking in. Like, no, don't do that. It's not good for you. Please do not do it, okay? So that is the resin that I'm using. I will be right back. Hold on. Let me go inside and grab these molds real quick. Let me see there. Okay, that's on the outside. But yeah, these are my domino molds. I'll be right back. If y'all saw how I rigged this place, this place is like rigged. So hold on. Let me make sure I don't like break anything as I am going in the house. Be right back. Okay, I went in the house and grabbed a couple of things. Okay. So this is the holder that I'm gonna use. I went and got some silver glitter because I mean I can't find my powder, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use that. And I don't know if this is gonna be dark enough, so I'm gonna mix a little bit of this in there just in case it's not dark enough. We're gonna see. Then I grabbed the extra mold because I'm probably gonna have like extra resin, and then my alcohol. Like I said, spray that, pops the bubbles. Right? Okay. So now I think I'm good to go. Whew. Okay. Put these powders away. I don't know if I'm gonna use this white. Maybe we'll see. But I need the blue. And I'm gonna put the silver inside the blue. And I think that's probably gonna be my go-to. Now, let's put these gloves on. Step 1, gloves. Great. No, I did not just rip the gloves. Gotta love the nails. Super cute, right? Until I just ripped my gloves, y'all. Now I gotta go back in the house. Why? Or maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I can make this work. I can't talk to y'all about safety and then hold on, I'll be right back. My glove has ripped. I need a new one. That's what I get. I used these gloves earlier for something else, and then I tried to just kind of like reuse them. Didn't work. Be right back. Hold that thought. Hold on. Bring the whole box outside. Problem solved. All right, there we go. Let's get into it. Couple of things I need to do. 1, gloves. Always protect the skin. That is necessary. All right. Now I'm gonna put my mask on. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me once I have this on, but the important part is it's on because crafting is fun, but not at the expense of my health. You feel me? All right, so always want to make sure you've got the proper stuff on. And for the longest time, I didn't even know this was necessary because all the little tutorial videos and things that I was watching, no one was wearing this. I didn't know that this was a thing that was needed. So if you are going If you're gonna craft, let me make sure you can hear me when I say this. If you're going to craft with resin, make sure you get a mask that protects you from fumes, because resin gives off fumes. It is a chemical reaction. It gives off fumes, and you need to make sure you protect yourself, okay? Make sure you protect yourself. When I tell you none of the tutorials no one had this on, no one had this on. I had no idea that this was a thing that I needed. Until my friend was on my live and she was like, girl, do you want to die? You need to get a mask. And she sent me a link. So you just hook it on, make sure it's nice and snug against your face. I don't know how well you can still hear me. Hopefully you can. Let me know in the chat if you can still hear me. But you need one of these when you are crafting with resin. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. My garage door is open. I'm in my garage, as to not be in a space where, you know, I'll deal with the box later. I'll deal with that afterwards, but I do need to plug this in. So, let me find this plug. Yeah, I tried to reach the plug at the top of my garage, and I'm too short. Even standing on the chair, I was too short. I couldn't reach it. My husband's not here, so I couldn't get him to plug things in to the top for me, unfortunately. Well, that's okay. That is okay. Oh, you're on. Let's turn you off and get this plugged in. All right, okay, there we go. Everything's now plugged in. And now let's see. See if I can get this light on real quick. No, there it goes. Bam! All right, let there be light. Okay. So again, I have my molds in the tray. This makes things easier for me to be able to do stuff. And what I'm gonna do now is open up my clear cask. So it comes with these little cups, but I need more than that. That makes things fit. Again, what we are using here is this. This is hard to clean, okay? Yeah, so this is what we got. Let me get out the way. Ooh, there we go. So this is what we're using. So you have, this is part B. This is part A. Which means I need equal parts of A and B. There are some epoxies that you use where the ratio is different, but with this, I need equal parts of A and B. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and take that little stick that was in the box to open this up. Now I'll just kind of push that out the way like that. Okay. And now I'm gonna open this up and do the same thing. Open it up. Let's push that foil out of the way so I can force that out. And now, the fun part. I need to go ahead and, so I don't want to fill these up completely. So what I'm going to do, I probably should buy another cup out here, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I know for sure, I'm probably gonna need about 3 ounces for the first go round. But I'm just gonna mix 4 ounces to be safe. So I'm gonna do 2 ounces of part A and 2 ounces of part B to get 4 ounces. And I'm just gonna pour them right into the same cup. Let's see if I can tilt this down so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Literally. Just going to pour. Two ounces of part B. So it's right at the 2 ounce line. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in the same cup part A, 2 ounces. So right in the same cup, I have 2 ounces of part A, 2 ounces of part B. You can see they're separated. I'm going to mix them now until it becomes clear. That usually takes about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna set a timer on my watch for 5 minutes. So I got my timer going. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get to mixing. And this is the part you just, you see how it's getting cloudy? Like it's super cloudy. But you want to make sure that you scrape the sides and you get all that stuff and you completely scrape the sides. I'm so sorry, y'all. It is so loud, but I'm in my garage. This is the best place for me to be because I don't want these fumes all in my house. I got little people in the house and they don't need to breathe in all these fumes, okay? So, because I got little people in the house, I gotta keep them safe. And you just want to mix and keep mixing and keep mixing and keep mixing. It's gonna be cloudy and then it's going to eventually get clear. That's what you want. You want it to get clear. You want to make sure you scrape those sides, all the things. But let me know, how are y'all doing? How's your day? What y'all got going on this weekend? You know, I just gotta keep mixing this. So how y'all doing? What y'all got going on today? Let me know in the chat. Let's talk. Thanks for coming into my live. I appreciate you coming in here today. You could be anywhere else. So I do appreciate you coming in to this space. Are you a crafter? Let me know. Do you craft? What are some of your favorite things to craft? Do you use resin? What kind of resin do you use? Let me know. Let me know. Let me see, it's telling me to do something. Can I do this? Touching my phone with the gloves on is like impossible. There it goes. Boom. Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. I know I have a lot of background noise. But yeah. Let me know how y'all are doing this weekend. Let me know if you have any plans, what y'all got going on. You can see it's starting to clear up. It definitely has a lot of bubbles. And the bubbles is what we don't want, okay? Bubbles is what we do not want. But I know a little trick. I can fix it. Ooh. I miss my electric mixer. I cannot find it. I moved and some of my crafting stuff got lost in the move. But I have not been able to locate my mixer. So I have to go back to doing this by hand. And I'm tired already.
Alright, so my watch is going off, which tells me I'm done mixing, which is cool. Alright, but this is the right consistency. It's flowing. It's flowing pretty smoothly. I'll give it that. I like it. I do. But it's definitely got a lot of bubbles in it. So this is my trick that I use to get the bubbles out. One, I kind of let it sit for a minute. I let it sit for a minute, and then I also use this to kind of heat it up some, to pop some of the bubbles. So, not on the high setting. But I let some of those bubbles kind of come to the surface, and then I pop them. Now, I'm debating if I should just go solid blue or if I should kind of mix it up a bit. I think I'm gonna just go with the solid blue with a little bit of glitter. I think that is my route. It's my plan of action. So let's do it. I'm going to split this a little bit though. So I'm going to take some of it and I'm going to pour some of it in here to get a secondary color rolling. All right? So in there, I need another mixing stick. I'm going to use some of this glue. So go ahead. Just drop a little bit of this blue in there. I didn't grab a clear cut, but you can see I put some blue in there. So now this is the shade of blue that I have with the paint. Now we're going to grab this powder. And I'm going to drop some of this powder, this cobalt blue powder, into my other. All right. And now, we got this in here. They definitely are not the same blue. They don't look the same. But I like it. I am a fan. Oh, and the other thing, once your resin is mixed, I did not start my timer. You have 30 minutes. If you do not have your stuff together and figured out and pour it out, it will solidify in the cup. You have a 30-minute window to get it together. So this is what we got. I like it. This is a pretty blue color. I am a fan. I'm a fan of this blue. So you can see here, this is kind of what we're working with. And then we've got this one that is darker. And so what I'm going to kind of do here is just kind of play around with it and just kind of mix them together. But I did say I wanted to put a little silver. I want to put a little silver glitter in there. So let's do a little drop of silver. All right. So there's a little tiny hint of silver in there, not too much. I think it could use just a tad bit more. Again, remember, you're on the clock now. Well, I'm on the clock now. You have 30 minutes. And then you just pour. Give myself some more room here. I do not want that extra resin in there. That's the thing. Resin is kind of self-leveling. kind of crazy, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Now, so we just kind of letting these colors mix. So like I said, you got a 30-minute window before it starts to go hard on you. Yeah. To me, it looks like I'm in that time frame. So what it seems like to me is I'm getting into that window. Now, I just need to make sure that each of these has the blue in it. And that they got a decent amount of resin in it, so we can cure right now. So that one needs a little bit more. Alright. That just got way too much in it. Bring some of that blue over here. And go, this is just the name of the game at this point. Alright. And I almost feel like I should have just stuck with the dark blue. That's what I'm feeling like now that I'm looking at these. I feel like I should have just stuck with the dark blue. Because that dark blue is hitting more so than the other blue. And I need more of it in some of these spaces. Yeah. Pretty crazy. But I'm gonna work it out. Yeah. This is the part. Uh, now that I have done these, I don't know if I'm really a fan. I feel like don't get me wrong, these are cute. These are definitely cute. But I feel like I should just stick with the one blue. I wasn't looking at these, knowing what I need them for. I feel like just the one blue. Let's see this. Let's see there. Yeah, I feel like just the one blue is enough for these. Oh, baby wipes. That's what I should have out here. Baby wipes. You want to have baby wipes for cleanup. But yeah, all right. So a lot of the bubbles that were there have now popped. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Here. I'm probably gonna do another batch. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm probably gonna do another batch. And I may just combine them into one. Well, let's see. Let's see what this is looking like. I hope y'all can see that somewhat. Anyway. What we don't want is a see-through. Domino. That's what we got. Oh. This is the one. I did not want this one. This one. Here we are. Alright. I'm getting ready to hold it up in front of the camera so you can see them. I'm gonna see what this looks like when it dries. Alright, but ooh, there we go. So this is why I say I put them in the tray so I can easily move them around and stuff. But these are them. Not too sure how I feel about them. We'll see what they look like when they're dry. I'm gonna hit them one more time. With the heat. And then with the spritz. There we go. Now, slide those bad boys on in there. "90 minutes, not 24 hours. Now I just need to let that cure.
Whew, baby. I like to keep this inside of a Ziploc bag, just to kind of like prolong the life of my filters. And keep them out of the air. So now, my filter is safe to use another day. I'll put that right there at the top. So now, I kind of think I should have just stuck with this color and not this one. This was definitely not dark enough, so I'll see what they look like when they dry. If I'm not satisfied, I'll be mixing another batch. I'm probably, you know what? I think I have a set of molds. I'm just gonna mix another batch of all blue right now just to be safe, because I don't wanna wait till later. So I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna get another cup. I'm gonna measure some more. That way, if I don't like those, there's another batch already ready. And then that's just what we're gonna do there. And then if you have stickers on things, here's a little trick for you. Heat it up to remove the sticker. Heat that bad boy up. Come on. These nails, God, these nails. They're so cute, but sometimes they just be in the way. Come on. Come on. Grip it. Grip it. I can't grip it. I'm trying to grip it. Okay, all right, here we go. There we go. Well, maybe it needs some more heat. Because listen, this stuff usually just peels right off. Why are you being difficult? Because I'm on camera talking about the trick. There we go. There we go. Haha. And voila, it's off. That gives you a clean sticker removal. Okay. That's the trash. Now, this is just a little gloss. Little gloss for the inside. Let's spray it this way. Yeah, I probably should have left my mask on, but whatever. But now the inside has a nice little glossy finish to it. I'm gonna let that dry. And then I'm gonna paint the outside. We're probably gonna paint the outside white because the sticker that I made for this is blue, so either a gray or a white is what I'm thinking. I haven't decided. But we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna let that air out. I'm gonna go get another cup. I'm gonna get my extra domino molds. And yeah, we just gonna make a whole new set only using this and some of the silver because I feel like I'm not gonna like those. I really feel like I'm not gonna like those. So to alleviate, alleviate the problem, I'm just gonna go ahead and make more, and I'm gonna make some more resin because what did I do, 4 ounces? I think I'm gonna go ahead and mix 6 ounces. That way, as I mix the 6 ounces, I'm gonna go ahead, hey queen, I'm gonna go ahead and allow for, thank you for the heartbeat. I'm gonna, just go ahead and do this flat out. Because if I don't like how those come out, I don't wanna be like waiting. Because I wanna put these, like I wanna ship these off Monday, like in the mail. Gone. Happy Saturday. I'm good. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta run in the house and I got to go grab me some more. Did I tell you my name means star? Because my name means star. I didn't know if I told you that or not. But hey, I'm about to mix some more of this. But yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on. What up, Tam? What's going on? I'm gonna be right back. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Cleaning up my mess. No. Got to clean it up. And what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna mix it in. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. Got a new cup. We're gonna mix this whole thing one more time. And in the mixing, we just gonna make sure we get it right this time, okay? And this phone is gonna die. I don't have a charger, so bye YouTube. See y'all later.